We're not going to talk about that,
You
David.
know what you can say is some days you just get frustrated with everybody around you. You know?
And that's okay.
That's what you can say.
And that's okay.
That's
That's
showbiz,
okay.
David.
That's showbiz.
showbiz.
And
Look
you
at
know
us,
what? Sometimes
guys.
it's good to get pissed. Sometimes it's good to be angry.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Fellas,
Sometimes it's good.
welcome back. Not
Miss
a cartel.
You guys. Miss you guys.
Episode
missed you,
22.
Chevy. What's going on, brother?
Chevy. Back in the game.
Buongiorno.
No, he's not in Italy anymore.
No,
Oh, you're not in
Italy.
Italy anymore. Oh, you're not in Italy anymore.
I'm in Hungary. What is the accent for Hungary? For
Whoa,
Budapest?
what the hell?
I don't know. You tell
I
us.
don't know.
Budapest.
Budapest. Yeah.
They speak
I have a
Hungarian,
friend that
they
lives
don't
in
speak
Budapest.
Russian. Yeah.
You want me to connect
Yeah.
you, Chevy?
Oh, is it Roz from Guild?
No, she's local. That has nothing to do
Oh.
with crypto. Just a good friend of mine. Moved there like 2 months ago randomly. I'll put you in
Oh,
touch, man.
wonderful.
You guys can
All right.
rendezvous.
All right, because I saw Roz from Guild here. I've been hanging out with him. It's been really nice. Good guy.
How's our boy Roz doing?
He's good. He's good. He's feeling good. He showed me the office, showed me what they're cooking at Guild. Bullish. Remain bullish on Roz and the team. Yeah. It's good. Budapest
Chevy
is
and
nice.
his
Rome was
his
good.
Hungarian Wi-Fi here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Chevy's Wi-Fi, bearish.
He's got Budapest
Bearish.
Wi-Fi.
Budapest.
Yeah, is it that bad? Can you guys not hear
What
me?
about you, Lucas? You're calling in from a little cube here. This is a little new background.
I'm in
for
the
you.
office right now. We're in the trenches.
He's in the office.
Yeah, we're
got an
we're
office now?
dialing in. It's a co-working space.
Nice.
Yep.
David, where are you calling in from?
Calling in from a nice little co-working space here in Los Angeles. That Hume has a nice little corner carved
You got the
out.
corner office, David.
That corner office. I got a nice view of the Capitol Records building here. Cooper's
That's
taken
what-
a podcast here before.
That's what the
I
AI
have.
vertical gets you. You get the corner office with a nice view.
Yep,
Mm-hmm. Must
Yeah.
be nice.
must be nice.
Coop,
It's
you
still
calling
tough
in
out
from
there.
bed?
It's not all roses.
I'm calling
Coop's
in from
calling
the
in from
office
his 8
here.
sleep.
We had a few days back in LA before we're back on the road tomorrow. We're going to Denver. Daniel Allen, first headline at the Bluebird. It's going to be a good one. I will say the Bluebird, I've seen a lot of big artists have their first headline there. I saw Elenium play his first ever headline show there.
Wow.
I saw Marshmello play his first ever headline show there. Alice in Wonderland, somewhere in that pocket too. There's a couple others that I can name, but it's a big show for Daniel. It's his first time with Lasers headline production, so we're going balls to the walls on this one, gentlemen. It's gonna be
Wow.
one for the books.
Incredible.
What's the venue capacity of that bad boy?
500
Solid
tickeroonies.
500. Ooh.
And then,
That's
I'm gonna
exciting,
pop up
Coop.
to-
I'm excited for you guys.
I feel
Little
like
Buena
I feel like
Vista
I get,
action.
I get all my investor
Go ahead,
updates
Chevy.
of Daniel Allen through you, Coop, and I'm okay with that. I love
Mhm.
that. It's all good.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here
Yeah,
for. To
that's
update
good.
the investors.
I love
When
that.
I think of Daniel Allen, I think I got to update my investors on this.
That's
guy's
what
beautiful.
Coop says when he gets on NAC. You know,
That's
That's
usually
what I
what you
gotta
have
do.
to do when you raise money. I think is maybe
It
just
depends.
on occasion
Depends on the circumstance.
update those investors.
I've met a shocking amount of people that don't update their investors. You know, they don't tend to. It doesn't tend to work out for them though.
Let me ask you guys a question. What would you rather have? A founder who never updates his investor but is doing a lot of good shit, or a founder who updates his investors all the time with not much to share?
Well, I
Depends
think
how much
option
I
A, but
invested.
ideally it's option.
Obviously,
option
option
C.
A. But I think if we look at the average, the most successful founders do at least a quarterly update.
That's true. I agree with that. I think it's funny. Sometimes I check my email that I did a lot of the angel investing out of, and I'll just be getting like monthly updates from projects that are just like I don't need this update, guys. The money's gone. The money's gone. Let's not sugarcoat it. We're not getting this back. You know, I'm happy for you. I respect that you're still going here, but take me off the emails. Take me off the emails. It's like unsubscribe from an investor update would be so funny. There's like
Just reply unsubscribe.
But I like it. I like getting the updates from you. It's worth it. I like getting all these headline updates, all these festival updates. It's good. I love seeing Daniel Allen kill it. Every time, every other episode, there's an update feel like about Daniel, and he's just on the rise, and he's winning.
He's on the road.
Yeah,
He's on the road.
He's on the
baby.
road. Where do you think most of the numbers are coming from? Like, are you seeing it come in like live performances, like more tickets sold? I feel like the streams on Spotify have been maybe slowing down, but yeah, where are you seeing a lot of the growth these days, Coop?
Instagram. Just follower count on Instagram, video engagement, and then ticket sales. And I think for me, the biggest metric that he optimizes for is size of the audience online. So that's both Instagram and TikTok. But TikTok, you don't really gain as many fans. Instagram is more like real fans. TikTok's more for like streaming numbers. And then just ticket counts of the shows is definitely like the most important thing for every artist, is just like, where does this show wrap at? And one of the weird things about the market these days for most artists is that at least 50% of your tickets get sold like within the last 48 hours of the show, maybe even the last 24 hours. And so you kind of have these like updated ticket counts along the way. But if you're not like popping, showing out the show on announce on pre-sale or ticket sale day, it's really luck of the draw. You know what I mean? You kind of show up to the venue and you just pray to God that people don't have any plans on a Friday night and they want to show up. So it's definitely been interesting to see the parallels from, an artist like Daniel to basically every artist that I work with, and just the way that their touring is so important to them and how they're actually able to stay up to date with who's coming to the shows and, if they're happy with how many people are coming out. I will say though, this last weekend was deep in the electric forest. Who here knows what electric forest is? Show of hands. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I was guessing 50%.
Chevy's in Budapest. They don't have electric forests there.
they got forests. I don't know if
And
they're
it
electric
was-
though.
It was a very good time. I was TMing, tour managing, for those who don't know. So, I was coordinating pickups, drop-offs, credentials, press and play on some sets, making sure the artists were taken care of. We had 15 Coop Records artists at the festival this weekend. And I will say, if you've ever heard of Electric Forest but never gone, give it a shot. It's probably one of the most well-produced festivals I've been to. The vibes are great. People are really respectful. Great music, great energy. I won't bore you guys to death with too many music updates here, but things are cooking. Really excited about how the touring circuit has been going, and we got some stuff coming down the queue with Coop Records here. So don't sleep on the boy.
If Lucas doesn't mind me going a little off agenda, but staying on
Let's
the
let
music topic.
Pause, Lucas. It's okay.
We may. Proceed, David.
Proceed.
I'm bullish on-chain experiments. I'm bullish on-chain music. I'm obviously bullish on what my friend here, Cooper, is doing and what I do at Hume. And there was a project launched yesterday by
here's Angry David.
by Waka Flocka.
Let him cook.
That is,
Wasn't launched by Waka Flocka, but keep going.
who was it launched by?
Just some stewards of the base community.
I didn't know that. I thought it was his project. That makes it even, I don't know. Now I have even more questions. So I guess some stewards of the base community launched an album connected to Flocka token where you can buy and trade his songs. And this got put into the content coin narrative. And it is the worst. It is one of the worst products I've ever seen launched in crypto, and did nothing to give or help anybody trying to do something music related in the on-chain space. If anything, it was like the ultimate music NFT meme. I'm pretty sure somebody like further about page just went to ChatGPT and said, give me an about page for this project I'm doing. Copy, paste, AI dashes everywhere. Let's throw in the word chaos like 3 times because I'm an AI and I love to use the word chaos. I don't know. I was unhappy and I was like, what are we doing here, people? What are we
Angry
doing?
David.
Now, Cooper, who are these? So you're saying it didn't actually have any affiliation with the artist?
I'm not going to say it didn't have any affiliation, but it's not like Waka Flocka was incubating the project. There was a team that built the product, and as a way to go to market with it, they're able to get in touch with Flocka, his token, and his team, and they offered their initial songs as being paired in Flocka to kind of gain some initial traction. Now, what triggered David here is that our friend Jesse, gave it a cosign as he does. We can't fret the guy for that. And you just got to roll with the punches, David. I think from my end, you look at a guy like Flocka, and he's got some big records out there. He's got a big following, and I think for base, they really are just trying to amplify any high-profile creator action there is. And that's just the luck of the draw. Flocka's got a token. He's trying to figure out what he can do with it. This product wanted to lean in, and so I don't blame him. I think that it's definitely understandable to get frustrated by that. I think that I was a little bit. I don't know what the word is, man. I guess for me, I'm just glad to see people trying anything with crypto and music at this point in the game. So many of our friends and colleagues that were once building in the space have died or pivoted or spun out or just straight up given up. And I think that for me, if there's people taking shots on goal, power to them, man. Power to them.
I agree with you. I'm all about people taking shots on goal, but like, at least take a mediocre shot. No one can look at that and be like, this is even an average shot on goal.
Sure, but I also think that you and I we've been so deep down the rabbit hole for so long that you forget about like the first iteration of something. You know what I mean? And also just like, I actually saw that and got a lot of confidence in, what we're doing, because it made me realize how important it is to get good talent on these platforms and just have high quality content. And I think that, there was a time and place where you could just make a quick little app and people would use it because it's nice and easy and early, but I don't know. I think you're valid. I won't go too much deeper on the topic. My mom once said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And I want to keep a positive energy here, David, on the NAC podcast. And I respect you in Angry David mode, but we got to keep the vibes high here.
I feel your sentiment, David. What I tell myself is we're very much in a grow the pie moment,
Grow the pie,
Any
David.
music on
Grow
chain,
that pie, baby.
any content
Grow
on
the
chain, anyone
pie.
operating in the space, it's a signal in the right direction that you're working on the right thing. And you know what?
Grow the
Who doesn't
pie.
love a little competitive juices to get you going,
Grow the
Come on.
pie.
Nobody needs a walk
Grow
in
the
the
pie.
park. You need a little bit.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going with this because
Oh,
I
here
think
he
you
goes, here he
guys
goes, here he
are
goes.
misunderstanding my anger. I actually don't. I don't care. I agree with everything you said, Cooper. Grow the pie. Let people take shots. But if we keep putting out shitty products that people lose money on, eventually we're all screwed. Especially in the consumer space. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm just gonna say you got to make a decent product, because we're all by extension tied to the product, whether we like it or not. So if someone's gonna put something out that's mediocre to potential future customers of mine and give them a bad taste of what it's like to interact on chain, we might have a problem. Zora. I think Zora is a great product. They're putting their best foot forward. They're iterating every day. They make mistakes. They own their mistakes. They go back. Like they're fighting. Noise. Fighting the good fight. There's a lot of great products out there. This was not a great product. It wasn't even a good product. And I would go talk to the team and say, hey, I'd love to help you make this great. You guys, I love people taking shots. I love growing the pie. But let's put out decent stuff. And don't use ChatGPT to write your whole about page. Yeah, I see your screen share.
This was definitely some good dialogue back and forth here because, Jesse co-signed the Waka Flocka thing that David's referring to. Kind of sparked a little bit of a conversation here. And then, a couple high profile people in the crypto space are, how many experiments do you have to run until you say the hypothesis was invalidated? And then I believe our boy Vance here, if I remember correctly, had something to say.
JD Vance.
Yeah. What the hell is up with my search? You guys saw that?
The only thing JD Vance had to say is that Trump is daddy. It's my favorite new meme of the last 24
can be
hours.
collateral for mortgages.
Yeah, Farcoin has collateral mortgages is my second favorite.
We'll talk about
this, guys.
This is eloquent.
Coop, read it
Just
out for
coin
us.
at ethos is what is destroying broad swaths of industry and burning retail bad to the point where they will never re-engage in crypto. Instead of focusing on a few coins that have legitimate PMF, People like Jesse on a trip where the consumer is the future of crypto and there's no invalidation of this thesis. Coinbase Wallet's just Farcaster again. No one needs it. My advice is to drastically simplify your offering to retail. Stop euthanizing retail. I could go both ways on this one. Chevy, let's take it over to you.
You know me, I love experiments. Always be experimenting. The more experiments, the better. You just learn when you experiment. So I don't know. I don't get Vance's anger. On one end, I do. I empathize with it, but on the other end, it's like this is how we've gotten to where we've gotten today. It's just nonstop experiments of trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't work. I wasn't following the Waka trend. I didn't see that. So I don't know the full context of this like song coin that was launched, but to me it seems like it's just a part of the ongoing narrative of content coins, song coins, profile coins. So and if Waka has an audience that he can onboard and he has like an onboarding tool with proper on ramps that can bring in his audience and he gets net new users into crypto, I don't know. That's all crypto. Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this is what Vance is trying to say is like this is all part of the like content coin umbrella. And from Vance's perspective, I think it's actually funny how it like polarizing it is in the sense of like Vance sees this as like not working. But I feel like everyone or there's another camp that feels like this is working and that this is going in the right direction. And I think it's just interesting that there's like a polarization on whether or not the coining strategy is working as a whole. But yeah, I mean, I think that as a whole, this just seems like it's in the same camp of like coining content, and some people don't think it works. But also,
he mentioned the fact that Coinbase Wallet is now Farcaster, right? And there's like what is the differentiation between using Coinbase Wallet and Farcaster when Farcaster has a wallet natively in their app, and now Coinbase Wallet was an app, and now it's a social app. Like, how do you differentiate the two? How do you spend your time on what and which? And like the value prop isn't super clear to me. But things take time, so I remain optimistic. I remain patient. So I can understand his sentiment and his frustration, or rather his comments on the Coinbase Wallet stuff and how that kind of ties into the things that they're trying to promote natively on their own agenda. Yeah.
I think that we're in this interesting phase where the people who believe in the content coin narrative are the ones who obviously have a lot to gain from that narrative playing out. I would say that all of us on this call are kind of in that same camp. I think if you look objectively at the amount of volume that's going into the creator space as a whole right now, it's peanuts compared to, let's call it 2021 NFTs. I do like that the goalpost is shifting, and Jesse's point is like, hey, people are downloading the mobile app, which I think is positive. But I can definitely see both sides here. I think a lot of us were monitoring the Zora Creator Coin launch last week. Chevy, I would like to say I'm a proud holder of the Levy coin, whatever you want to call it there. So you're welcome. You owe me guest list for life. But
I think it's an 18K market cap. I don't remember. Jacob said it's in the top 100.
That's a buy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room to go there, and I definitely respect Jesse's promise to see this through to fruition. I just think that there's a quality gap in terms of like the creators that are on chain right now. And I think there's a narrative being propagated that there's so many good new creators that are starting to use crypto and bringing their content on chain and bringing their work on chain. And if you squint hard enough, you can see that being the case. But I just feel like it's like a lot of blind faith that this is just going to work out in the way that it's meant to. But I don't think that it's quite resonating in the way that it used to be resonating during NFT season. And I think that's where Vance's sentiment is coming from. Is like, hey, you can only force this so much.
I hear you, Cooper, but even during NFT season, those products look better than this. Like, what
drop
am I?
The base, David.
David's stuff on base drop right now.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at?
It's really not that bad, bro. I don't know why this page in particular is on that.
I'll drop it. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Pro experiments. I'm pro us trying new things. I agree with Chevy, the ultimate experimenter, and everybody else on this pod who experiments every day. But like, put your best foot forward, especially when you're bringing big brands on chain.
I
That's
had
all
a
I got.
nice little take on Farcaster last night that I think kind of plays into this. Looks like it did pretty well. 100 likes on Farcaster. I'll take it. Said, I feel like crypto has hit a bit of a stalemate. Everyone understands we're trying to bring new people on chain, but all the volumes by the same 25K crypto native users. Not seeing really interest from people to get into crypto these days. People that use apps like Polymarket, they're not really going further down the rabbit hole. So more and more, my friends are just saying, I just want to buy more Bitcoin. And you know what? Honestly, I don't blame them. It's hard for me to, advocate for getting into crypto, getting on Farcaster, trying out all these mini apps, trying out all these new products that are coming out here. So it's a weird space. And I guess, the last line here, am I alone in this thought, or what do you guys think?
What I will say, I don't think you're alone for one. I think the interesting thing for me, especially specifically on like the creator coins versus NFTs, is it really does feel like it's in flux right now of like there's not a clear answer actually on like how to bring creators on chain and how to monetize content as a whole. It feels like almost like, dare I say, like neither one is really working right now or really working that well in the sense of that there's a clear answer. So I just think that that's an interesting takeaway right now as we're all kind of operating in this space. In terms of your tweet, Coop, I think it's tough to get people on chain and to show the value prop of these applications in a compelling way. I think Polymarket probably had the best, most clear kind of the value prop for normies. But as a whole, I just think the industry has a lot of work to do right now still.
Grow the
Speaking
pie.
speaking speaking of Polymarket and prediction markets, this is a good transition into
Good segue.
these insane funding rounds, these valuations from Kalshi raising 185 at 2 billion and Polymarket looking to raise 200, I think at one. And let's share some screens over here. Let's show some headlines. Might as well make it visual. Let's see. Share a screen.
You can always leave it to Chevy to have a clean transition. Good
Look at
segue.
that.
It's really
2B.
That mastermind.
2B.
2 billion.
And it's led by
Doctor
Paradigm
Strange.
with participation from Sequoia, Multicoin. It makes me think like these guys don't miss. These guys like to win. Why didn't they fund Polymarket? Like, was it that much of a competitive round that Founders Fund like just fought for everything and more? Like Paradigm and Sequoia, they don't like to lose. It's not like they have a hard time getting into funding rounds if it really came down to it. Maybe they do. I don't know, but it's a little odd because Kalshi definitely didn't own the mind share of prediction markets. Like that was definitely Polymarket. So I don't know. Like this felt weird to see this combo between Polymarket.
Kalshi's also bigger in a lot of the Gen Z world right now. Like I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of like creators on TikTok that are sponsored by Kalshi right now, and so I think that for the average person, when it comes to prediction markets, it's probably like somewhat even right now in terms of like Polymarket and Kalshi. I think that we just all have so much more knowledge and mind share on Polymarket being in crypto for a long time, but I think that race is still pretty even. I'll go on record and say like I'm definitely more of a Polymarket guy myself for a variety of reasons, but
Whoa,
you know
you
what?
better not
Power
be,
to 'em.
Coop. You living in the United States, you can't be a Polymarket guy. You can't be a Kalshi guy. You're just a spectator at best.
I am a Polymarket guy. I'll stand on business on that one. Shout out my boy Shane.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Polymarket definitely has the mind share of like the crypto audience and maybe more of the sophisticated like institutional, like you see CNBC, you see like X integrating Polymarket, and Kalshi feels like it has more of the Gen Z kind of unsophisticated, maybe retail is a better way to describe it, mind share. So I think it's interesting as a whole, but I'm personally, a Polymarket guy myself as a spectator.
I noticed during this New York mayor race was the first time I saw people quoting and screenshotting Kalshi versus only seeing Polymarket screenshots and quotes. So they definitely have growing mind share.
You guys remember this one?
Throwing shots here.
I also wonder why A16Z is not mentioned in any of these rounds, and what they see that we're missing, or what they're missing that others see. Because they've actively created a bunch of content around prediction markets, but they haven't invested in Polymarket, nor I don't think they invested in Kalshi either.
Same
Like
Save
these are
those
funds
thoughts.
that like to win, like these are funds that like to win. They don't miss out on deals when it comes to it. So I don't know.
This was always the thing that I don't know why. This is always just gonna stick with me. I'm never gonna forget this. Just this like when the Kalshi guys just started to go at Shane after he got seized by the SEC.
Yeah.
He got raided by the SEC. They're just trying to like spin up some propaganda that he was like doing something wrong when he wasn't doing anything wrong. And obviously, it's a story that gets a little blown out of proportion. So I'm not going to say that this translates to leadership or anything like that because I don't know them. But I do know that this is something whenever I think of Kalshi, it's always kind of the first thing that comes to mind for me. And for those who aren't visual, viewers of this podcast, it's basically just like the Kalshi team trying to spin up some fake news on Shane and then getting like high profile influencers to like tweet and be like, Shane's guilty or whatever it is when there was nothing there. Shane's a good guy. Shane's a good guy. He did nothing wrong. All I did was build a great product.
Over years and years too. Took a long time. I think he started that in like 2019, 2018.
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep.
Impressive.
Yep. What else we got on the agenda there today? Soup. I got a couple topics I could bring up, but I want to be mindful and respectful of the agenda.
What do you got, Coop?
I would say top of mind for me right now. We talked about creator tokens a little bit. I'm definitely pretty interested to see how those goes. I have not launched a creator token. Chevy has launched a creator token. David and Lucas, it doesn't seem like you guys have either. So I wanted to get the first-hand scoop from Chevy on launching his creator token, expectations, feedback, anything that you've learned so far by running your master experiment. Just kind of check in and see how that's going.
I issued my profile token or my creator coin as a means just to understand the bonding curve. And I wanted to buy up majority of my supply so that I could use it to incentivize and like connect it to noise, for example, and like tip out my people using my coin and distribute it through the echo chamber. But it got really expensive to buy a lot of the supply up front. And Zora implemented this like, for context, if you want to buy 85% of your content coin supply, it's probably around 5.15 ETH, for example. If you want to buy up that equivalent amount, you can't because 50% gets vested over 5 years and only half of your supply is available for trading and for purchasing right now. So for me to purchase just 10% of my supply, I think it's like 10 ETH, if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check my numbers. So it gets me thinking, like, actually, what's the framework and mental model for issuing a profile coin? And I would love to see, and this is more on me, to post more on Zora to see how the value accrual from content coins gets accumulated into my creator coin, and does that influence the price, and at what level, and at what influence, at what rate rather. So it's an active work in progress. I'll leave it there. But I feel like the sole purpose of the coin, I am happy because I just see it as like my Zora account coin.
Yep.
I don't see it as like the end all be all end game for everything that I do on chain. Like I created an account with Zora, I use the features on their product and I launched a coin and I'm learning from it. And I think the sole intention or the sole purpose of one's coin should be used to be given away and to be used as a form of loyalty. And I need to be equipped with the tools to be able to do that. And right now, the only way to do that is by buying my supply OTC. Yeah.
I was like expecting to come on here and see like some posts about Chevy, like
you see you
clipping up his podcast, and he has one content coin, and it's a fucking picture of a clown outside. Also, side note, are you like in the airport, Chevy, or what's going on outside you right now?
Sounds Why do you hear that in the background?
Yeah. He's preparing for takeoff.
Got a jet engine right outside his door.
Don't worry about my location. Don't worry about where I'm at. Everything's gonna be okay.
We already revealed it at the top of the podcast.
Fuck.
You know where you're at.
My Zora profile needs work. That's for sure. We'll just
it's still hard for me to keep consistently posting on Zora. I don't know how to describe it, but like I have stuff that I can post. I've been posting way more on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, but I still just like I think about it. Like it's heavy. You know what I mean? Like every time I want to post something new on Zora, I feel like I can't fire it off the same way. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's definitely just me and
I
I
think
gotta
it's
get over
just
that mental
you.
barrier,
I
maybe,
really think it's
but
just you because there's a new wave of creators on the platform that don't feel that heaviness because they don't overthink the tokenomics, how it reflects
yeah,
their
but they
brand,
they
all these
ain't
additional
they
details.
ain't me, Chevy. You know,
They
they
ain't
ain't me. And
you.
what I'm gonna
They
say
ain't you.
about
They
that
don't
is
have the scars that you
I've been
have
doing
to overthink
I
this
got
stuff.
scars. I got scars. I got scars and I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like with crypto, when you build up like any sort of brand equity in the space, you kind of have a limited amount of attention to be able to put out something that people can buy in the crypto space and kind of earn back from that. And I think that one thing I'm concerned about is just like the amount of dollars I get back for every post that I put out on Zora is like it's not really adding up to me right now. You know what I mean? Like you
You
kind of
know,
see
I
this
Yeah.
across the board. Like,
I
go
think I
ahead, go
agree
ahead, go
with
ahead.
that in the sense of like there's coin fatigue, and every time you launch another coin, like you're kind of you're getting diminishing returns on like the attention that you're going to get from it because it's just another
Mm-hmm.
coin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also interesting how like some creators haven't, even like Jesse, right? We still haven't seen Jesse's creator coin yet. And I'm interested if that's more of a legal thing or if he's kind of having that same kind of hesitation of like, do I really want a creator coin right now? And having something so tied to like my brand equity.
Yeah,
don't know if I agree with
I
that. I think you
agree.
guys have a
What it?
glass half empty mentality. If I'm honest, um, I think the whole limited amount of
Well, I'm a holder of your
Who's
opportunity,
token,
king?
as
Chevy.
to
So
how you
get to
phrased
work.
it, is not the right way of thinking. Frankly, huh?
I'm pretty glass half empty on your internet right now, brother.
Cut out.
We got it. We got it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. What else we got on this agenda here, Lucas?
I'm
Obviously,
I'm going to
I've been throwing a
Lucas's
lot of stuff in the
homeland next
chat.
week.
You're going to
Yeah,
the
I can hear
spot
you.
now.
You're good.
I'm
You're
going
good.
to your homeland next week.
Really?
For those who don't
London.
know, Lucas is a Spaniard. People don't know this,
Yep.
but he's a
Oh, man,
He is a
Spaniard.
Spaniard.
Fun fact about Lucas, while Chevy's gone, he's a Spaniard. He bleeds pure Rioja out of those veins.
Damn straight.
It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Lucas,
Let's get
tell
on
us
this
about the new
agenda.
pods. Tell us about the new pods,
The new
or
pods.
maybe give us a little preview of what's to come. How's
You guys
that?
want to see a little preview? I think by the time this episode is out, we'll have this will be out on mainnet. We got a new pods homepage discovery coming live to you hopefully early next week. Here's what it looks like. It's definitely a much more kind of built out product. I think right now the homepage definitely leaves a lot left to be desired. So we have a lot of awesome features here. We have a nice search bar. We can search for Not a Cartel. We get a nice, a podcast. Let's go there. Got other pages. One, obviously, I think a trending page here, so you can see the top podcasts based on collecting or minting activity. You can see recently published episodes, Not a Cartel. We just dropped a new episode earlier today. You can also see activity. We're going to do some cool things with referrals around these feeds, which I'm super excited about. And then we also, one of the other things I'm really excited about is just like global leaderboard, showcasing your rank as a collector, supporter on the platform, and then just refresh profile pages and a couple other things. So definitely just a much more of a fully built out product experience here for pods. We now have like 150 podcasts on chain, and we needed to be able to scale the discovery of those podcasts and all the, I think now it's like 4,000 episodes have been published on chain. So
How you feeling about pods
just,
these days, Lucas? I feel like
all
we don't
over
talk
here.
about pods that much on here. We've been more of a pay-per-view kind of topic
Yeah.
when it comes to your
Pods has been cruising. I think it's after this ship, it's going to be by far the best it's ever been. We've implemented email login with Privy. We have a brand new creator dashboard, new homepage and discovery. And I think the past quarter was really just re-upping the product or upgrading the product so we could scale to the next 1,000, 10,000 podcasts and bring them on chain in a way that's very intuitive. So we're just starting to get to the end of that product sprint, that like 3 to 4 month product sprint. And yeah, I think you'll see a lot more coming. We have a lot of stuff in like kind of the chamber here that we're ready to start
nice.
firing off. So
I feel like you've been
Love it.
really shipping, Lucas. You should.
He has been shipping. He moved to
you've
Austin
been
and he's
shipping.
shipping.
This
Been
guy's
trying.
been shipping. You know,
He's in a
you're
co-working
in the
space.
weeds over there. I know how it
He's
gets.
not on the
but,
slopes anymore. He's not on the slopes
Yeah,
Not on the
he's
anymore.
not on the slopes
The
anymore.
season
He's
is
shipping.
over.
Yeah.
The season is shipping season now. It's no ski season. It's shipping season, baby. So we're super
You're doing
excited
a great
about
job
it.
shipping.
Thank you.
Why don't we go around the horn here a little bit? I know I shared a little bit about Coop Rex at the top of the episode. Lucas shared a little bit about the pods beta here. Let's go over to Chevy next, and we'll round out with David about what's top of mind right now.
We're working
Slack
on
channels.
transitioning out of the off season and moving into cohort 3. That's all I'll say for now. That's all I'll say for now.
Cohort 3.
Yeah, we've made the site ready for cohort 3. So I'll share on the next episode a bit more, but that's where we're at right now.
This guy's an enigma. He's in Budapest. He doesn't have much to share. Next time, he said.
We shipped a new artist, a new agent. Her name's Lo-Fi Grandma. She's wholesome. She's warm. She's great to talk
no way.
to.
I love that.
Lo-Fi Grandma
Pull it up.
exists.
Lo-Fi Grandma exists.
Come
She's
on.
Is Cody in the
live.
mix on that or
Give us some content
No.
here. Jesus, Lo-Fi Grandma. Is she here to compete with the Lo-Fi Girl?
Damn, no Cody.
She's her own vibe.
Chill beats.
She's her
chill
own.
beats
She's
to
her own
study
vibe.
and work. To
David
or
said,
something.
"We don't need this guy. Lo-Fi Grandma can run on her own." Is that what you
Well,
netted out at?
I think. Are you talking about your friend?
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot going on. Actually, more so, we just felt like we wanted to get this project started in a really low key way and not keep waiting on it. And we have a great idea, and we can make some lo-fi music, and the launch isn't going to be perfect, but we can get it moving. And maybe there's room to work with other people once the thing has some traction, but we didn't want to just keep holding it back. So right here is our girl, Lo-Fi Grandma.
Our girl.
Right here. She's lovely. She's warm. She's got a hummingbird named Mochi and a cat named Ginger. She just started tweeting yesterday. I'm going to throw her a like. But she's lovely to talk to in Hume World, which is
You're not
really
following her. What's going on here? You're not following her account.
we just launched it this morning. Let's go back. Let me give Lo-Fi Grandma a follow.
Come on, dude.
She's becoming sentient. She just got followed by the team, the core team.
This is happening live. This is happening.
Beaming up.
This is happening live. If we're getting to the core of it, this was part of my frustration this morning because we didn't do a great job of launching her internally. There are little things that aren't perfect, but she's launched. She's out there for the world. But Hume World Chat is getting a remake in 2 weeks. We've noticed that ever since we started tying chat to XP, more people are chatting with the artists. Some people have sent, the top user has sent 200 messages to one artist, just constantly talking to them. And we are going to be introducing the reputation meter to the right of chat. So while you're chatting, there's a little reputation meter. You can tell how much Death Pixie or Lo-Fi Grandma or whoever you're talking to likes you. And as you fill up that bar to 100, you gain 100 XP. The game kind of keeps getting harder. The amount of XP you can earn keeps going up. But we're allowing you to create real relationships that tie to XP. And what I like about it is it's a way for people to start earning XP outside of just buying our quests, which are great. But we want new ways to engage, and people like to talk to the artists. Another interesting thing is we usually do 4 or 5 ETH a week in sales. People have started, and that's usually all coming through quests. People have started to buy artist cards individually in feed. So for those who don't know, an artist card it's a video of the artist, or it's just a song. And last week, people bought 1.5 ETH worth of cards not tied to quests. It didn't earn you XP to buy a card. 1.5 ETH of cards were just purchased. We're honestly trying to figure out why, what led to this behavior shift last week, because that's a big change. But
It's pretty good.
that's what's going on. Wish those
Is,
numbers were bigger, but that's what we got.
Is Lo-Fi Grandma gonna have like a 24/7 YouTube stream just ripping music, lo-fi beats?
Lo-Fi Grandma is the long term. Lo-Fi Grandma is, yes, she's competing with Lo-Fi Girl. She has amazing merch. Maybe she even has her own Labubu. She's got her own YouTube channel. The next 3 months of Lo-Fi Grandma are very like Hume World focused. You can chat with her in Hume World. She's running quests in Hume World. She's firing off some tweets. We start following her. We start building the Twitter very slowly, and then have a more like beyond Hume World approach in the fall. But we wanted to get her out there and have more artists for people to interact with in Hume World. And then it was like, while we're doing that, we might as well start the socials, even if it's going to take some time to build up.
Some would say
That's
you're
what we're doing.
experimenting.
We're experimenting. We're experimenting. Yeah.
Maybe growing the pie.
Some would say growing the pie. Maybe we should have artist tokens. You know?
Maybe you should. What do you say to that?
I was very bullish on the idea of us having artist tokens a week ago. I've had a lot of conversations about this with Cooper. And as I enter this week, I'm more back to 50-50. Not that it's, I think one day every artist will have a token and we will have creator tokens. I'm 50-50 as to whether the market can really support it and if it's worth doing. When is it worth doing? And there's an argument to just like do it and it doesn't matter what the volume is and start experimenting. And there's an argument for us to stay really focused on the flywheel we're building with collectibles and not add a new component to it before we've really like nailed the first version. Because I think there is a nice connection that can be made of people buying the collectibles, those used for buybacks of the token. So it's like we're just getting the collectible piece right and the game right and the XP right. Should we really be launching like artist tokens in September? That's where I'm at this week. See where I'm at next week.
I like that.
Like that.
Can I round us out with a quick update before we call it on the pod, gentlemen?
I got one more update on the pay-per-view side I want to share, but go ahead, Coop.
We're actually today pushing out a new version of Coop Records that is mobile centric, but it also is desktop oriented too. You'll see a nice new navigation at the top here. You will see that we got this coin section here in the feed, getting ahead of what's coming next on the Coop Records side of things. We've got a nice follow button here now, so I can go in and I can follow my favorite artist. I'm going to go ahead and get notifications now on the feed when they release a new song. So some stuff to clean up here. We've got user profiles, obviously. And then we've got the ability to see what they've collected and if they hold any coins on their profile. So some small stuff here. I think there's still some polish that we need to do, but we're making some good headway here. Koopa Troopa profile, we can see song coins I hold here. We can see the additions I've collected. And my goal is basically just to keep refining here. You know, we're definitely moving into this coin section here a lot more these days, working on a new version of our song coin protocol with the boys at Doppler there. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple weeks. Some more coins coming to Coop Records soon.
Next couple weeks.
Yep.
It's exciting.
He's warming up here. He's gearing up. He's shipping.
I don't want to jinx it, but
live.
I'm optimistic that we'll have a version of Coop Records in the App Store that lets you sign up with an email, buy songs with credits and Apple Pay no later than the end of July. Hopefully in the next week or two, actually, but Coop Records coming to the App Store very, very soon here.
My hot take.
It's been submitted. It's been submitted.
For you, I feel like phone number's better than email. Is my hot take.
Yeah. There was a lot of reasons as to why we went into email instead of phone number, but I hear that for sure. For sure.
I gotcha.
All right, pay-per-view, round us out.
Pay-per-view. So for one, we had our Incubase demo day this week, live stream from the base account, which we were pretty stoked about. That was a fun little program, but as a whole, we've been really hitting our stride here on the pay-per-view side. We've been a top 10 mini app on Farcaster for the past 3 weeks in a row. And we've been seeing a lot of success around these access groups, which, you can gate access to posts specifically to either Farcaster Pro or your mutual followers on Farcaster. So you follow them, they follow you. And then as I just opened this, it looks like Eric also shipped X/Twitter account. So if you have an X or Twitter account on pay-per-view, you can gate specifically to that audience. And we're just seeing a lot of success around this, or a lot of engagement from different people. And on top of that, we're starting to experiment with like a creator rewards pool. So we're just recycling all of our developer rewards from Farcaster into like giving it to creators. So the top 5 creators this week will earn like a pool of like $100. But we've already seen like a really solid uptick in quality posts coming on the platform, which is what we're fighting for. So,
and before I make this joke, this is awesome, Lucas. But when you say quality work, what percentage of that is not safe for work?
Honestly, it's gone down over time. Like it's maybe 10 or 20% is NSFW. 80% is probably safe. I mean, we can look on the feed right now and see kind of, horseback's clean. That's clean. Ooh, clean. Oh,
pretty good.
Hottest OnlyFans you'll see all summer. Okay.
There we
maybe
go.
A little NSFW right there.
All right. But it's fair game.
Yeah.
We'll trade nudes for engagement.
Yep. No, Driven by Boredom's a stud though. He's a good quality creator.
Yep.
Anyways.
The boys are shipping. Chevy's out there in Budapest. He's being a little bit quiet about what he's shipping, but we know he's experimenting out there.
We know he's out there. We know he's always experimenting, always clicking. We know what he's doing.
I think we're gonna make it, boys. I think we're gonna make it.
All right. Do we have a hard stop here? You guys got to run?
I got a hard stop. Why don't you wrap it up here?
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning into this episode 22, I believe, 23 maybe, of Not a Cartel. You can find this episode on chain on a brand new Pods website next week, pods.media/Not a Cartel, where you can support us directly every single episode on chain, on base, as NFTs, no coins in sight. Just good old patronage. We love it.
Let's go.
All right, fellas.
Guys.
Thank you so much.